Alright kids, bless you. Good morning guys. Today is Monday, I think it's the 12th of March. Before I start giving you an update as to what's been going on, I'm going to insert a few clips from when Joe and I went to the Eden Project, which was last Tuesday, so just about a week ago. We decided to go because it's not the school holidays and normally it's really quiet. We knew that a lot of the daffodils and things wouldn't be out just because of the snow and time of year, but it's always nice to go. It's such a nice place. It was actually really busy. There were several school trips going on and also some kind of walk event thing going on. But it was a really nice morning out. We spent 3-4 hours over there and it was just so nice. The domes are the tropical dome we always go into first because it's the hottest dome, so you go in there and have a walk around first, and it's, you know, we were first in, which was really cool, swiftly followed by about 100 French students. But I find it really inspirational because the leaves and foliage is always something I'm interested in taking photos of and kind of working on for Leaf Lane Studio. Yeah, that was last week, which was lovely. Joe was off last week and the week before. So moving on, so that was Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday. If you've read my blog, you'll already know this, or if you follow me on social media, you may already know this. But yeah, Wednesday I got up at my normal time of 5:30 to go to the gym in the morning, got there for 6:30, trained legs, had a really good session, squats, lunges, deadlifts, whatever. And then right towards the end of my session, about 7:30 in the morning, I was putting dumbbells back on a rack and instantly just felt the most searing pain in my spine, in my lower back. Started to feel violently sick and faint, and I just made it to the sofa, which is in the entrance of the gym, so I got myself down really, really low. So the long and the short of it all is I ended up getting taken to hospital on gas and air because I couldn't get up and walk around. It was the first response unit that took me, not an ambulance. So they managed to get me up off my feet. I was stuck on the floor for ages, could not, every time I lifted my head up I felt like I was going to pass out. The pain was just so extreme. I've done it before, so I kind of knew what I'd done. And yeah, gas and air is amazing. And I went to the local hospital and they diagnosed a prolapsed disc, which I already knew that's what it was because I definitely knew it wasn't muscular. I've been very fortunate now. Like I said, it's Monday, so it'll be a week on Wednesday since I did it, but I feel a lot better. They used to tell you to have a lot of rest and kind of lay down when you did a disc, but now it's very much like what you can handle pain-wise. If you can get up and wander about, great, you know, keep active. So that's what I did the day after. I managed to do a little walk, and then over the last few days, gradually I've walked further and further, and as you can see, I'm up and about, and feeling a lot better. The pain is still there, but it's not anywhere near as severe. I was alternating painkillers as well, so that I had a good dose of painkillers, and yeah, so touch laminated IKEA wood, hopefully I'm on the mend. Yeah, it came at a really bad time, because, not that there's ever a good time, because I'm feeling pretty crappy about myself at the moment, and I'm about to start doing a nutrition plan, which I followed exactly 2 years ago now, and I lost quite a lot of weight. I'm not trying to lose as much weight. I've kept the majority of the weight off that I lost, but I just want to kind of give myself another boost, and I just signed up for it again, and then I do this. So I had to get on email and say, listen, can we just put it on hold for a bit, because I can't start right now. I can't, you know, I'd literally just come out of hospital. So right now I'm just eating healthily, and I'm hoping that within the next 5 days I can go back to the gym and just start doing things like the cross trainer cardio on level 1 and just get my legs moving, get everything going. But right now I'm just trying to eat healthy and keep myself feeling a bit better, because you know how it is. Also very hormonal right now. It's not good, is it? Hormones just ruin everything. Anyway, my face looks like a moon. So hormonal. I've got spots everywhere. It's not good. Anyway, so back to this vlogging thing. Going to make them a little bit more chatty, because I'm aware the last couple have been a bit more kind of just music playing. I'm also, this week, I'm going to record my bullet journal update video. I've got a new bullet journal. Joe bought me a Get Well present, which was a new bullet journal. This one's almost done. This is my second bullet journal. So I thought what I would do is perhaps in the video have a little flick through this one, and just kind of highlight things that have worked for me and what hasn't worked. I've kept exactly the same format really throughout all of the bullet journaling I've been doing, except for one time where I slightly switched it up and I didn't like it after a month, so I went back to what I was doing. This time I've used the last few pages of this bullet journal to plan April. So right now I'm using March, obviously, and my setup is like this. You guys may already have seen it before. It's very basic, just a weekly spread, and I've been doing it this way for a long time if I go back a bit. So yeah, December I basically just do the same kind of thing. So for April I've already planned it. I'm going to do a proper video on it so that the camera's looking down on the journal and I can talk through it, but I've just changed it so that my weeks are spread over 2 days. I'm going to give you an example. So that's Monday to Wednesday, giving myself plenty more room for lists. I think what I was doing is I was writing my to-do lists in my journal, like on here, and then if I wasn't doing something I was having to kind of scrub it out and put it down to the next day, etc. So what I'm hoping to do in the new spread is to use the to-do list section that I've created here, and then just kind of put things out onto the appropriate days. So pick, you know, the most important 2 or 3 things, put them onto a day, and then be able to tick it off. I'm really pleased with some of the spreads I've done, and to give you a sneak preview, this is the first little spread of April. So I'm going to pull a oracle card for the month. So obviously I haven't done that yet, but when I do, I'm going to sketch it out on here and write out the meaning of the card. And then I've just got some quotes and some drawings that I've done. And then I've got the, rather than do it the way I used to do it, which was like this. Here we go. So I used to do like a monthly at a view calendar. So for April, I'm doing it like that, because I didn't really use it. I just needed it to be a bit of a reference. And I put the moon phases on there as well. And then I added a little section here for kind of bigger goals of the month. And then this morning I found this little tag. So I just wrote my bigger goals for March and April on here, and I'm just leaving that hanging there. So it kind of fills out this bit. And yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. So I'm looking forward to getting that video done. I'm going to try and do it this week. It is just a case of being able to set up my lights and stuff. Yeah, so this morning I have been, because Joe had 2 weeks off, I kind of took 2 weeks off as well. And I have a lot to catch up with. I am feeling really, you know, it's like when you haven't done something for a while, your brain feels a bit like you've forgotten how to do everything. And I suddenly realised there's a few things business-wise that I really need to stop putting off and get my head around in terms of the financial side of it. And yes, it's very important stuff, and yes, I need to get on with it. But classic Lucy, panic, don't do it because I'm worried, rather than just doing it and lifting the weight off my shoulders. So I've been cracking on with that this morning. Been having a few problems with kind of logging into the government gateway thing. I don't need to do too much with it just now, but I wanted just to kind of get my head around it. So I'm trying to do that, and then I've got to update my QuickBooks online accounts thing. That's a side of the business that really, for me, it scares me because I've never done it. So I've just got to get on with it. If any of you guys have got any advice, let me know, because it's not that I'm incapable, it's that I'm scared of it. But that's not going to help, and I realise that the longer I leave it, the worse it's going to feel. So I've got to get on with it. Also, I have my hair a bit like a child today. I've got 2 plaits down each side of my head, or 1 plait on each side of my head, and I've got like little buns on either side. Why not? I'm 37 now, basically just like an extrovert old lady. Anyway, I'm going to spin you around. I'm going to show you where Gizmo is right now, because she's in her little window seat that I built her. So hang on a minute. There she is, look. So this is literally the desk, and that's where I had you propped up there on the radio. On a very, this is all in shadow, sorry, but on this little bit of blue tack is where you were sitting. Only the technical things for me. Yeah, Gizmo in her window seat. That is the view out the window today. The sea. Beautiful. It's a bit grey out there today, but you know, it's nice. And no one's going to complain about this view, are they? And then I have the view over to the little village road on this side. So yeah, and my desk is actually quite tidy for a change. Look at that, you can actually see the desk. Pretty amazing. Better go down and get on with these finances then. Gizmo, what are you doing up there? You know you're not allowed up there. I don't really want to hear your excuses. You shouldn't be up there, should you? Lay down on the sofa. Don't be naughty. Why are you being naughty today? You're being a right rascal, aren't you? You're being a right little rascal bag. Good morning guys, I am currently in the garden photographing some envelopes that I wanted to sort of demonstrate some hand lettering on. So I want to show you the address, but I've done this kind of hand lettering on them. So I'm just taking some photos, just show you. There you you go. And some of my little props I've got out here with me, my paintbrush. I've got this massive pot that I put blue tack in, and I've got washi tape which I use to sit my envelopes kind of on so they're slightly off the floor. Squinting away. And the other thing I've been using are these little copper and gold mini bulldog clip things, which if you've seen my Leaf Lane studio photos before, you definitely recognise. They're these little bulldog clips, so I love using those in photos. And also these really pretty old stamps, and you can see them through the packet. They're from a Etsy shop called Art Stamped, which I'll link down below, and I have a lot of her stamps that I use in photographs, and they're just really nice. Obviously they're completely useless to use for actual postage, but they're kind of nice. Such a beautiful day today. Yesterday it rained all day. Today it's absolutely stunning. Better go in. Sitting on the floor with a bad back is not the best idea, is it? Also, screwing my face up is not attractive. Let's go in. Little bear loves sunny days, and also seems to have a beacon for when I'm taking photos, so she can come and sit and cast shadows. Giz! Gizmo! Gizmo! She can hear the birds. Far more interested in the birds than me. Oh, that's nice, thank you. Going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Thank you. Let's just walk all over Mummy's stuff. Good morning, guys. The reason this attention is happening is because I have had a strawberry protein shake and she absolutely loves it. If she smells it, it's like drugs to her. Isn't it, Gizmo? In contrast to yesterday's weather, this is what we have today. I can barely see the sea, and you probably can't make it out, but there's a boat on the sea, a boat in the sea, which is, if I put my finger to where it is, wait a minute, it's just at the end of my finger, that is getting seriously thrown around out there, bless him. But yeah. So, rain, wind, this palm tree is having a rough old time. For anyone that didn't see my Insta stories yesterday, when I filmed my bullet journal video, this was the really dodgy setup that I had going on to hold my phone above my bullet journal. So, masking tape, blue tack, so this holder thing sellotaped onto a tripod, and then some string to hold it because it kept slipping. And now Gizmo thinks it's a cat toy. Great. Just great. But I do have these studio lights, and what I was going to ask anybody who has these sort of studio lights like these here is, mine flicker if they're at certain angles. It flickers on the screen. So yesterday I had to have my phone on here pointing down at my journal, and then this light here was sort of around here on the floor. And then this one was exactly where it is now. And if I turned this one on, the screen on my phone flickered. But it's not exclusive to that light, so it's not the bulb. Anyone know what that's about? Look at the state of that desk. Doesn't take long to mess it up. Look at this thing. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday? No, I think it's Thursday. Oh my god, I don't know what the date is. 1 minute, let's have a look. It's Thursday. Today's Thursday, and I'm just at my desk doing some work, and I thought I'd show you what I was working on. I am feeling so-so today. I didn't really vlog much yesterday because my back just went really painful, and so I didn't really talk much because I ended up kind of laying down on and off throughout the day, and so it didn't feel great. But anyway, today I am at my desk working on some stuff, so I'm going to turn you around and I'll talk you through what I'm working on. So I've scanned in these flower sketches. They're really rough sketches, and I'm currently working on these ones, and I'm working on this one right here at the moment. So what I basically am doing is looking at having these drawn in quite a rough way. You can't really see the stems, but the stems are there, and having them drawn in a really rough way on some watercoloured wedding stationery. So what I've done is I scanned them in, and then I'm going to, well, I've already started doing it, but I drop the opacity down so that that layer, you'll see if I drop it right the way down to say, I don't know, 25% or something, it sort of sinks right into the background. And then I just add any colour in the background. It doesn't really matter what it is, it's just so that I can see what I'm doing. And then I've added on some other layers, so like this drawing one here, and then if I, yeah, so you'll see I've done that in a white colour. Yeah, I use my original scanned pencil drawing. I can see if I take it off like that, you can see it better, and then I just trace over it, just because I want it to look a certain way, so I just use it as a rough trace. And then what I've done is I've added another layer in with a bit more detail. So let me get rid of my drawing now. So just adding in some little markings on the leaves, and then the final layer is something I'm testing out, which is just a little bit more detail down on like the stem here. I'm still working on that right now, so if I take it off you'll see, there you go. So I'm just adding on some detail, and I really like the fragility of this, this little guy here. So yeah, I've got all the others to work on and a lot more detail to put on, and I will show you the finished product when it's good to go. I'm also thinking about doing those sort of things for the, if you saw my bullet journal video and you watched it to the end, I was talking about releasing some printable journal prompts and things like that, and I kind of sat and brainstormed all the things I'd like to include on that last night. So actually let me get my little notebook and talk you through what I wrote down. I have this little notebook that I've started using for kind of just product ideas and stuff. So the journaling pack ideas, I wrote down all this stuff. So I thought it could include, basically what I'll do is I'll lay it out on a sheet of A4, and it'll be, I don't know, 6 to 8 pages, maybe even 10 pages, and you buy the pack so you get all of the 10 pages or whatever it is. And then on that page we'll have a whole load of different things laid out in no, well, it doesn't really matter what order it is, because the whole point is that you print it out and cut it out and stick it in a journal or art journal or diary or whatever. So I thought it could include things like, hold this up, lists, so not pre-made lists obviously, but something, let's say gratitude list, and then pretty little kind of borders or whatever for you to just cut out and stick in. Quotes, patterns, so patterns to use for if you're, again, look at my bullet journal video I've just put up, and I've done some collage stuff on there, so hand-drawn patterns such as the one I've just shown you, but more of a pattern, more of a dense kind of pattern that you can cut out and use in the background of things. Drawings and accents, margins, lettering of months and days and things like that. Blank calendar templates, again, look at my bullet journal video and you'll see for April I've drawn like a grid system, so something pretty that you could cut out, but you can print this out as many times as you want, so you'll just have to write in the 1 to 30 or 31, however many days are in the month. Gratitude list prompts, so just kind of words or sentences to give you journaling ideas for gratitude, checklists, mood trackers, and taking stock lists. And I was thinking of different themes that I could do for these packs, and I was thinking of leaves, wildflowers, like a dream-like kind of university, so stars, moons, constellations, that sort of thing, and something geometric. So I've got 4 different theme ideas, which I'm kind of happy about. So I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to experiment, because I want, say for example, the wildflower idea might be that I leave it to look hand-drawn and I don't go over it digitally like I'm doing with this right now. But then I might do something like, I don't know, I might do, say, the constellations and the stars and moons. They could be watercolory, or they could be done digitally, or they could be a mixture of both. So yeah, I don't know, I've got my style, and I'm just going to try out a few different things and see how I get on. Anyway, so I'm going to crack on with this, and I will try and remember to pick up the camera later. I'm so tired today. I've had a really strange night's sleep, where I feel more tired when I woke up than when I went to bed, which is weird. I feel really dozy, and I'm in quite a lot of pain still today, but not as bad as yesterday. I have this ridiculously painful spot here and one up here which I've tried to cover up if it wasn't covered, you'd definitely notice it. This morning I thought I'd obviously been fiddling with it in my sleep because it was all inflamed and angry. At 37 years old, honestly, I thought this would be over, but it's not. Anyway, it's a much nicer day out today. I'll flick you around and show you outside, and then I gotta get on with some work. Much nicer than yesterday. Little birdies are out there enjoying their feeders. Daffodils are standing up right now. And yeah, the world is back to looking better again. Hi guys, it's Friday's day and it's about 3 o'clock or something, just gone 3, and I've just come up to my creative space upstairs because I've been on my computer basically all morning and I'm having a weird few days about several things. So what I'm going to do right now is sit down with a sheet of paper, which I'm going to probably tear out of my notebook, and a pen, and I'm just going to write every single thing that's in my head, good or bad, just getting it out on paper, because right now it's paralysing me, this weird mood I'm in, and I know it has to do with a lot of things to do with finances, body image, business, ideas. So it's not all negative stuff, some of it's just sort of ideas that I've got going around my head that I need to get down on paper. A little bit of comparison syndrome as well. It's just that time in the month where I'm feeling a little bit tired, a little bit vulnerable. I have an ulcer on my tongue, and that always is a sign of being run down. So I'm just gonna do what I need to do. I'm also gonna light this candle, which I love, by the way. This is from Sainsbury's, and it's lavender and geranium, and I love it. So I'm gonna light that, have some water, put a radio station on. I've been really enjoying listening to BBC Radio Cornwall. BBC Cornwall? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Whilst I'm working. So I'm going to put that on. I'm just going to write this list. Then I'm going to come back to you and tell you what's on the list. Okay guys, so I just sat down and I wrote my list of stuff that's in my head. It's like this long list here. And yeah, I was going to share some of it, but you know what, I think I'm not going to, just because I just need to think about it all a little bit first. There's nothing major on there, it's just, you know, me in a kind of, I don't know, if you get like this, let me know. I have times where I'm really confident in what I'm doing, I don't worry about what other people are doing, and that's got a lot better. The ratio of those times has got a lot better, but sometimes during the month, usually during time in the month, possibly TMI, but that's just life, I get a little bit vulnerable, and that's where I'm at right now. And I've been looking at other people's stuff because I have some ideas for some things I want to do, and right now I'm stuck between the financial side is very difficult, and I know that eventually that will improve. I've got some ideas as to how I'm going to improve that, and I like to keep my mindset positive because I believe that you attract what you put out. So if I'm putting out I have no money, blah 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 blah, I'm never going to attract any wealth into my life. So I want to keep that positive, but I have ideas about things I want to do, and then I kind of write them down, and I think, oh, you know, that's kind of similar to what so-and-so's doing. And even though when I formed the idea it was nothing to do with the other person, but then I might see something and think, oh, they're doing something like that. But then I also think, well, everybody's, you know, nothing's new these days, everything's been done before, and providing you're not copying an idea, it's probably okay. Yeah, so I've got all this stuff going around in my head as well as a load of other stuff. Anyway, what I'm going to do right now, having lit my candle, I've got my little book of berries that I got in the, if you saw my vlog where we went to Trowenton Gardens in Penzance, they've got a secondhand bookshop, and I got this little book which was from 1981, and it was 95p when it was new, and it's just an illustrated book of berries, and I'm just sort of drawing some influences from that because I mentioned in my bullet journal video that I wanted to create some printable journal prompts and planners bits and bobs, so I'm going to just sketch out some ideas for that. I've totally lost my thread. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the radio on, or a podcast or something. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention that I just listened to Gemma Sand's podcast, her new episode. the name's totally gone. I've literally just listened to it. I'm going to put the name of it across here. It's Free to Flourish Radio is her podcast name, but the name of the specific show. The name of the specific show episode, I'll put it across here and I'll link it down below. It's really, really good. Her channel is just so good for her podcast channel is so good for business motivation, any kind of inspiration that you want to help you kind of improve your life and your productivity and your moods, etc, etc. So okay, breathe. I am in a funny old place today, but I thought I'd vlog about it because I like to keep things real. Good morning guys, it's Saturday morning and I'm just hopping on to close down this weekly vlog really. I realise I've spent most of this week sat in this exact position, but it's just been because my back has still been quite kind of, it's been better, but I can't be doing other things. Yeah, so I thought I'd hop on and just shut the vlog down. This morning we're expecting snow, it's looking like it's gonna snow, but hopefully it won't lay. Fingers crossed I get back to the gym on Monday. Gonna start a fresh vlog tomorrow, so I'm gonna have the rest of the day. I've got a few bits and bobs I want to do. And yes, I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully it'll be a bit more interesting, but at least, you know, we had a few chats in this one, so that's good. So I've got to edit this one now and I'll try and get it up ASAP. Never know why I say that at the end of the vlog, because by the time you hear that, it's already up. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!